Hello. There's a lot we learned about giving speeches through this class. And to me, a speech is a way to verbally communicate or persuade someone of your thought or your idea. You want to first and foremost be able to get your audience's attention in the beginning and grab them into your conversation. And then you also want to be able to hold their attention the entire time. You can point out wow factors or special points. You can emphasize on key points that might be more important. Um, but one way also to hold their attention is to have an outline because this will help you stay focused. If you're jumping around through a lot of topics, it might be hard for them to stay with you and then they would get uninterested. So you can outline your speech on note cards, paper, whatever you have, or my favorite is outlining your speech on a PowerPoint because not only does this help you stay focused, but you can show your audience or your people that you're trying to persuade. And in doing that, this helps because then they can see examples, they can see pictures, graphs, samples of any kind that would either persuade them or help them to understand the information you're presenting. Another thing is if you're, for example, going to a wedding or a funeral, the way you dress is definitely going to be looked at. So you would want to be presentable. If you're at home and it's a speech for work or something and they say business casual, you might be able to just simply put on there, like, it'll say business casual, so you might be able to put on there you sitting on the couch in a nice sweater and slack pants. It just depends on the situation. When you have a small amount of time, my suggestion would be to emphasize on the key points that are most important. And if you're trying to persuade someone, I would point out things that would help the most for them to choose your side. Because, with this being said, you don't want to point out small details that people might not be interested in, especially when you're down to a 2 or 3 minute speech time. This won't help. It would more help to point out your wow factors. You should always speak with confidence. And a good way to do this is to research your topics. You want to be able to answer questions and back up your facts for everything you have. You want to make sure that when you're talking to them, your tone of voice is likable. You don't want to have an aggressive tone of voice if you're trying to get someone to side with you. Um, when you're trying to persuade someone, it helps to have key points that might interest that person. If you know about your audience or you have learned about your audience, it will definitely help you 110%. I think it would definitely help you to know things, to be able to stress to your audience that they would be interested in, to help get them on your side. So, like I said, a speech is a way to communicate verbally your thought or idea or to persuade someone to take your side.